as a digital marketer, as a digitalpreneur, a lot of times you're getting a lot of traffic into your system, onto your website, and you're wondering where it's coming from. Yes, there are tools out there that will help you track exactly how traffic got onto your website or got onto your blog. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can track your traffic specifically using something called UTM links. Yes, you might have heard about them, but there is also around 3 hacks that a lot of people that are not sharing with you when it comes to using UTM links and tracking traffic to your website, to your blog, to your system, to your funnels. You need to measure this so that you know where to put your efforts best. Okay, so let's get into that shortly. Okay, so as I was saying, as a digital marketer, as someone who is running a business online, and you know you're running massive traffic to your funnel, you want to be sure that where you're putting your money, where you're investing your energy and time is where you're getting most of the leads. Yeah, so what UTM links help you with is to show you exactly which avenue of traffic, which traffic source is performing the best, so that you can invest most of your energies there. Okay, now one thing before I get into showing you how to create these links, one very important thing is I've seen some people get the Bitly link. I hope you know about Bitly. Bitly, this is a link shortener. Yeah, so they get a Bitly link, and then that is what they use in the UTMs. Yeah, so once you do that, then of course Google Analytics will not be able to show you where that came from. Why? Because now it is seeing that as a direct source of traffic. Okay, so in case you want to shorten your URL, first generate the UTM from the original link. Generate the UTM from the original link, and then after that, get that long UTM link and then put it in Bitly to shorten it. Okay, so for those of you who are still wondering what is a UTM link, have you seen those links, those very long links that you get after clicking, let us say, on a link in Facebook? Yeah, so usually a UTM link will look something like this. So if you look at this page, you can see that the original link stops here. You see where that question mark is? That is the original link. However, the UTM tracker, to help Google Analytics track where the traffic came from, starts from here. So you can see that the UTM source is MailChimp, which is an email marketing platform. And then the medium is email. So MailChimp is an email marketing platform. And then the campaign is a webinar. So this is a webinar campaign. In this case, we were running a webinar for these 5 steps to growing coaching and consulting online training. And then the term is organic. So, and then the content is 5 steps. Okay. So one of the most important things that you need to always pay attention to is the source and the medium. Yeah, because that's what Google Analytics will use to mark as a source for traffic. Okay, when you go back to Google Analytics, let's look at that screen. You will see that you have your sources here. So it has social, it has direct, it has email, and all that. Okay. So now I want to show you in depth so that you can look at, we can look at the source or medium. Okay, so when you look at the sources here, this is what I'm talking about. It's either Facebook, it's either direct, it's either mobile Facebook. So these people accessed your either your page or your website via mobile. Then these ones came from the email. These were referrals. So we have a link for referrals. This came from Kajabi. This came from an affiliate's email address. And those came from Webinar Jam. So you can tell that it's very systematic, okay? It's very systematic. So you can tell where each person came from, okay? Now, the challenge is, of course, so many times platforms like Facebook will add their own UTM links, which is fine. However, you'll find other platforms, like especially I've found out that Kajabi's email, if you do not add a UTM link, you will not be able to track where the traffic came from. And then for places like, especially email autoresponders, they will, if you select to track using Google Analytics, they will create their own campaigns, which will not really make sense. So I would advise that you use your own UTM links, especially for email autoresponders. Okay, that's the second hack. Remember, the first hack was first create the UTM link, the long UTM link, and then shorten it using bit.ly or any other URL shortener. Then the other thing is for autoresponders, always turn off the tracking using Google Analytics within the autoresponder, and then use your UTM link in there. Okay? So the other thing that I want to, that I would really, the other reason as to why I would request you to use UTM links is because of this direct source here. Now, if you look here, you can tell that we have a lot of people under the direct. However, initially there were much more than this. In fact, direct stroke none was the leading source of our traffic, so we couldn't really tell where our traffic was coming from. So when you use UTM links, you cut down on this unclassified source of traffic. So that's very, very important for your business. Yeah, it's important to know where people are, where the traffic is coming from, so that you invest more energies and more time and money in that particular source. Okay. So how do we create a traffic? How do we create a UTM link? Let's get there. So head over to your Google URL builder. I will leave the link below this video. Head over to your Google URL builder, and then as you can tell here, you have a campaign URL builder. Yeah. So all you have to do, it's really simple. It's really, really simple. All you have to do is get your link, the link where you want the people to go to, where you want, maybe your landing page or opt-in page, and then paste it in there. So let's paste it in there. Okay, so now that we have our original link where the website URL should be, then you can go to the campaign ID. What do you want? How do you want Google Analytics to identify this campaign? Because you may have a lot of campaigns that you're running. You may be running a campaign for your masterclass. You may be running a campaign for maybe your latest PDF. You may be running a campaign for your webinar. You get the, so here, what is this campaign? What's the name of this campaign? And it doesn't have to be the full name. It could be a campaign ID, an identifier. So let us say it's a masterclass. It could be it could be CLS, yeah, or it could be full word masterclass, or webinar. Let's make it webinar. That's very simple. Webinar, yeah, and then campaign source. So campaign source. This is now here. You're going to tell Google where you're going to put this UTM link, yeah. So this UTM link is for, let us say this UTM link is for Facebook Live. Yeah? I hope we are clear up to there. So this UTM link is for Facebook Live. That means I will not use it in my Facebook ads. I will not use it in my email. I will not use it anywhere else or on LinkedIn. It will be for specifically Facebook Lives. So whenever I go live and I want to direct my audience to this webinar on my Facebook Lives, I will use this particular UTM links. Then the campaign medium, let's say this is organic social, for example. So this is not a paid ad, it's not a paid maybe Google ad, it's not a Facebook ad, it's organic social, or organic FB. We could call it organic FB. So it's organic FB, so that I know that this was, I didn't boost it, I didn't do anything. Yeah. So campaign name, still it can stay webinar. Then campaign term can be anything. I can even call it Google Analytics. This is not as important. And then content could be what is the content of your webinar? Maybe it's your webinar or coaching 101. That could be the content of your webinar, okay? So once you've filled in all this, Google will generate for you your UTM. So there it is, okay? That is your UTM now, okay? Now remember, this UTM is specifically for Facebook Live, okay? So now, after that, you can copy your URL. So now you've copied this UTM. So when you go to another, let's say another browser, and paste it in there and enter, okay, it should, if you've done things right, it should be able to take you to the original page. So as you can see here, it has the free training. So this is the original link. The original link starts here and stops there before the question mark. And then the UTM code begins. So you have your Facebook Live. So every time I use this link, Google Analytics will record it as a source of Facebook Live, okay? Google Analytics will record it as a source for Facebook Live. I hope we are clear up to that point, okay? So if we go to Analytics now, let's see real time. So we have one person right now on a desktop. Let's look at traffic sources in real time. Organic FB, you can see that, and the source is Facebook Live, okay? So that means we now know where we are getting people from. So that means you will have to go and create different UTM links for the different traffic sources that you have. So if you're going to write an email, let us say you have two email marketing softwares. Maybe you're using MailChimp and MailerLite, and you want to see which one is getting more clicks, which one is bringing you more people. So you will have to create a UTM link for MailerLite and then a UTM link for MailChimp. And then you will then give it maybe a week, or let's say 2 days, and then you will check your traffic sources. When you come to acquisition here, into your traffic sources, Google Analytics will show you where you're getting your traffic sources from. So even if you come to campaigns here, so let me show you some of my campaigns here. So even if you come to campaigns, you have a campaign for webinar right now which is running, and then I have a campaign for calls. These are strategic calls for people who are signing up for our strategic calls, okay? So that's basically it when it comes to UTM links. It's that simple. It's that simple, and I really urge you to start using UTM links. Why? Because they will help you to really, it will give you concrete data on where your traffic is coming from, and that will help you on how to invest your energy, your money, your time on which sources, which traffic sources, okay? So other than that, it has been fun. Please be sure to subscribe, be sure to like this video. Until next time, hasta la vista. Bye-bye.